mics are hot. What's going on, Pop Samurai fans? Welcome back to another great episode of No Games, No Life. I'm your injured boy, Jelani Hoon, here with
Jason,
John Harwood,
Pat.
Thank you guys so much for joining us here on the podcast. If you guys don't know what this is No Games, No Life, your one-stop shop for fanboy talk, fan discussion on gaming from the table to the screen. Are we experts? Nope, but we're a group of friends sitting here having fun and just, shooting the shit.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see
calling yourself an expert, Pat?
Sometimes.
What's your league standings?
God, no, it's bad.
Bronze
okay.
5.
All right.
Oh, God.
If you guys don't know where to check us out, go over to popsamurai.com to find out more about the shows and everything like that. Hopefully you guys are spreading the word for us for twitch.tv/popsamurai network. Thank you guys so much for spreading the word. But please like, subscribe, share to everything because that helps us out, especially on iTunes as well. If you give us a nice 5-star rating, pushes us up in the rankings, gets us seen more. We rely on you guys' word of mouth, so thank you guys so much for that. You can also follow us on social media at Pop Samurai on Facebook and Instagram. You can also go to Pop Samurai Cast on Twitter. And if you guys got any questions, topics, or anything like that, send them over to popsamurainetwork@gmail.com. And if you got a really good question, we'll read it on the air. How you guys doing?
doing good.
Let's start the podcast off with what you're playing. John, let's start with you.
Why do we always start with
me? You were shaking and you're like, I'm ready for this.
Yeah,
you
gyrating with energy.
You started
the podcast.
Yeah, I know, and like now I'm enthused about what you played.
Same.
Okay.
I played nothing.
Okay. So this week, guys, I fell down a hole a little bit.
Yeah.
I bought Fallout 4.
Really?
I somehow managed to not play it like the past 2 years.
Wait, what
It's been
system?
out.
So timely.
I got it on PC.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Oh yeah, you got a new PC like a couple months back. Yeah.
A few months back.
You guys gave me shit when I started playing Fallout 4. It was like, oh, you guys are playing Fallout 4.
When was that?
I don't remember. It was back in the day.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
But yeah, I fell down a hole. I can't stop thinking about it. I
you
really
love it,
want to just play Fallout 4 right now. And
Lying in your bed, thinking about
How many hours you
death
in?
clause.
I think I'm not that many hours in. I think I'm only like 17 or 20 hours in.
Only 7.
but
What kind of game where you're just like only 17 hours in? That's
Well,
like that's
I'm
like
trying,
80.
I'm trying, okay? I have stuff to do.
Who's your companion?
Okay, so at first it was Dogmeat.
Yeah.
But because
No, Cogsworth.
Wait,
Cogsworth sucks.
You can take Cogsworth. as a
Yeah,
companion? I
yeah.
don't know. Honestly, I'm not super interested in companions. I'm kind of more into the whole like lone wanderer kind of thing.
All right.
Yeah, I took the lone wanderer perk where you get like a whole bunch of extra stuff by like not having anybody around you. But yeah, I am really liking it. At first though, I had a little bit of difficulty getting into it because I started up the game. And it was like I was really getting into it, right?
Okay.
And I got to the part where you get to the part where you save, like, what's his name? Like Garvey, what's his name?
Oh, the dude with the hat.
The dude with the hat
Minuteman.
and the musket.
Yeah,
yeah. I think is
That
his name Garvey?
that's when you
It's like
first
Percy or
when you first put on the suit, the power armor.
Yeah,
right?
the power armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to. So the thing is, I got to that part. Or around that part, and then I realized that there's a mode in the game called survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys know I'm really into like really extreme like difficulty levels in games and stuff.
Yeah, I know. That's
And
like your thing.
As soon as I figured out there was like a mode where it like prevents like fast travel and like adds all sorts of like different mechanics and stuff, I was like, oh wow, okay,
That's for you.
this is for me. And I turned it on immediately. But the problem though was that like I feel like I didn't have a great concept of like all the mechanics at the time. Like even in like the vanilla before the survival.
Oh god.
And so I feel like I turned survival on and I just like died like 3 times and I couldn't find any beds or anything, so I had to start over from where I turned the survival on like a bunch of times. I got really mad and like really kind of pissed off. And then I put it down for a while. And I didn't think I was going to come back to it.
So
why
You wanted this.
I did? Well,
but
I did.
still,
Okay.
yeah, he's not complaining. He's just saying.
Yeah, it sounds like complaining.
Okay. But then I put it down for a little while and I came back to it and I decided to start a new character. And now I'm just like head over heels into it. So.
Any mods?
No mods.
Really? Like I feel like that game needs a couple mods. Like
I'm
almost
sure-
every Bethesda game needs a little couple mods.
I'm sure when in that little patch where I was like dying all the time, I really wanted a mod that would turn couches into beds so I could sleep on them and not have to restart my progress all the time.
Oh, I sleep on couches all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing that was kind of stupid when I was first starting survival mode. It was like, oh, well, you have to sleep in order to save. Well, there's a couch right here. Well, you can only sit on it. So
But wait, can't you like carry like mattresses or like not mattresses but like sleeping bags?
Oh,
I think
don't
you can.
think so. I mean, I didn't find a sleeping bag. If that is a mechanic,
Maybe.
So.
All right.
Time to start diving deep more.
So here,
What's your
here's
build?
my one tip for you is just look for the globes.
Look for the globes.
The globes, just like the little like globy thingies. They
Yeah.
have like really good materials in them.
Yeah, I know they've got like screws. They got plastic.
They got like everything.
Okay. Yeah, I've been getting a lot.
Also, keep an eye out for those books because any type of like I always look for books.
Oh yeah, you read a book and you
because
get
like all of a sudden
yeah,
it
you
gives
get
you
all
like a
sorts
stat boost.
yeah,
like
cool
look for
bonuses
any
and
book
stuff.
in that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes it'll just be trash, but sometimes you'll find that one good book that like all of a sudden I'm smarter.
Yep.
That's what happens.
What's your build?
My build?
Yeah.
Well, so my very first one, the one that I scrapped, was it was a completely intelligence-based build, which is probably why it didn't work well on survival mode because wasn't built for that. But then I started over and I did one that was more based off of I think it was it's pretty much all based on charisma, or charisma is the highest. I think it's like agility, strength, and then endurance after that. I took the Aqua Girl perk, which is the one that allows you to swim in water without taking any radiation damage.
Oh shit!
Which is actually really good on survival because there's no enemies in the water, and so you can kind of just traverse. You can kind of just swim through the rivers really fast without encountering any trouble or anything.
Have you made it
Aren't
to
there
the
crabs?
Well, I haven't encountered any crabs. I don't think the crabs swim.
The crabs.
Yeah.
That'd be shitty crabs.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah,
made
you
it
don't
to
want to
the,
get those crabs, the ones that don't swim.
That's only if you pick the wrong companion.
Have you made it-
Well, let's go. Let's go.
Have you made it for the city? To the city?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
Actually,
the
I think that might
Diamond
be
City?
Diamond City. I think
Yeah.
that might be my home base for the time being, just
Cool.
because I bought the house that's there.
That's where the
have
game
you
really
started
opens
building your
Yeah,
own
yeah.
little town already? Have you started had you
I,
had to do?
I started building in Sanctuary, but the problem is because I can't fast travel. If I want to go back there, I have to go
Oh.
all the way back to
That's
it.
a track.
Yeah,
That was one of the detractors of the game for me. I just didn't like that they added in that you're trying to make the people happy
Right.
mechanic of building that town. It
It
wasn't really well done.
Yeah.
It could have been better.
That's true. I suppose it's you can just ignore that if you really want to.
You
Though.
can.
That's pretty
Sure.
much
I
what
did.
That's pretty much what I did.
There's mods that can fix all that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, Pat, what you got?
All right, so I really wanted to finish Bloodborne.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't. I was
Call-outs.
I'm on the last boss right now. I'm in the last zone, the last boss, and I was I'm gonna finish it tonight. Last night. No, what ended up happening was I played a bunch of Overwatch.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got into Overwatch. I got a bug hit me. It was just I won a game. I won 2 games, and I lost one. And you can't go off on a loss. And then I kept on winning.
Of
Mhm.
course, can't go off on a win either.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You gotta keep that streak going, and then when someone breaks it, you can't stop there. You gotta go back and get the streak back.
You gotta reset the streak, and then you just pass out playing Overwatch.
Yeah.
No, I did pretty good. It was really fun. I kind of copied the League of Legends thing that I'm doing right now, where just no more just focusing on one character. I want to play all these other characters. You know,
Mhm.
I feel I'm shutting myself off from what this game can offer by just focusing on one character. So normally I'm a diva main. I always play diva all the time, diva. But now I've been just playing everybody, even Hanzo, freaking Torbjorn, Attack Torbjorn, everything.
Yeah.
I've been trying everything, and actually I won a lot of my games.
Really.
Yeah, I think I went up almost 300 MR in the rank thing. It was just a lot of fun, but Bloodborne, I really wanted to play it though. I'm so close to finishing it. And, I'm loving the game so far though.
Okay.
So here's what happened. I watched Kingdom Hearts for the news section later probably.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts dropped the trailer, and that made me lit a fire in my ass of I gotta finish up my other games that I have on my backlog, Bloodborne and the Banner Saga, to finish up Kingdom Hearts. right?
You're working your way back. Like
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
like
so,
added more games on top, and you got to work your way back to to that game.
So that trailer was like, oh man, this makes you want to finish Kingdom Hearts, but I gotta finish my other games first.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you're close to Bloodborne, so that means like you said,
Oh
right?
yeah. By next week, I will finish Bloodborne and Banner Saga.
Nice.
Count on
nice.
it.
Cool.
Good.
Count on it.
All right, Jason, what you got?
I'm also playing Overwatch.
Oh, are
Really?
you?
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Because the new event just started, their 2-year anniversary one, so they like put out a bunch of new skins, and they're like doing all the old events like on a rotation, so it's a lot of crazy fun.
So one thing I like about that is like the chests you get, not to bring back the loot boxes, but like they can include like all the other stuff.
Yeah, it's all the skins from all the events. So like the pool you're like pulling from is massive, which makes it very hard to get the skin that you want, which kind of sucks. But you can get some old goodies from that. And they give you one free legendary loot box. They're calling, which you get one like legendary, at least one legendary skin. My roommate got 2 in his, and I got 1 skin that I didn't.
I got 2 in mine.
So you got 2 in your? Oh,
yeah, I got 2 legendary skins. I don't like them.
You were the only one that got one. Like
no,
of
my
all
other
the loot boxes.
my other roommate got one. All right.
Hey,
Thank
our
you very
loot
much.
boxes? Our loot boxes?
Are
Oh
loot boxes
no!
gambling?
Wait, no.
No,
So
I'm
John
joking.
missed that conversation.
I know.
Oh yeah.
No, that's cool. So only Overwatch, is that what you really invested time in?
Yeah.
Do you have a main?
Yeah. I main Moria.
Oh snaps!
She's my bae. You know, she's
got her fingers are too long.
Pew pew. Okay.
her fingers are too long. He says.
They're weird. They're like
Yeah. Your fingers are weird. I don't. No, she's fine. She's like a hybrid like healer DPS, like really hard to kill, which really works for me because you don't have to aim much with her, and I'm terrible at aiming, so it all works out.
So I feel like what they're doing with like the last 2 like supports, like Moria and Bridget, is like
Brigitte,
whatever. Bridget, it's easier. They're like combining classes. Like Moria is a healer / DPS. Bridget is healer / tank.
Yeah.
Right, and it's just like they realized people don't really like playing healers.
Yeah, if you just have a straight healer. I mean, the original classic heroes that they have, like healing wise, are all good, and they all heal in different ways. But nobody likes to play them anymore.
Yeah.
I still know new defensive heroes, so that's funny.
Have they like leaked like who their next one is?
No, not yet. We don't know anything about the next one yet.
Well, going on to me, what I played. I mean, I touched a little bit more on some God of War. I'm like still working my way through that game, slogging at a very slow pace. But
how's the hand
with
doing?
the times.
Huh?
How's the hand like for the?
It's all right. It's not too bad. I mean, I'm getting better.
Cool.
So that's cool.
Good.
But the game that I invested the most time in and that I've fallen in love with is this game called, I don't know if you guys heard of this game it's called Forgotten Anne.
Forgotten Anne.
Yes, it just released May 15th, I believe, and it dropped for PlayStation, Xbox, and I believe it's PC on Steam, I believe as well.
Okay.
It is an indie platformer type game. Platforming. Yeah, I mean it's not like a Celeste where it's like hardcore platforming. It's kind of like, you know, it's not too hard. But the game
just say casual. It's okay.
It's a casual, I guess. Yeah, you can go. I was like looking for the word. It's a casual.
Casual's not an
platformer, I guess.
insult, man.
There's a lot of puzzling in it. There's more puzzling.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But the game. Reason why I love this game, the art style and the direction of it. It is beautiful. It is all basically. It looks like it's all hand drawn.
Oh, okay.
And it really resembles kind of like a Studio Ghibli game, movie or anything like that. Have you ever seen those? Like it looks like an animated movie.
Okay.
You know, and you play this girl who is in this realm called the Forgotten Lands, and in this place, when something is forgotten, that's where it goes. So like whenever you where the hell did the sock go? It goes to the Forgotten Lands, right? When items or anything like that gets moved over to the Forgotten Lands, they basically become from inanimate objects to animated objects, right? So it's hilarious to me. I mean, I like the whole story of it because you're like the one human girl who's like the enforcer in the lands, and you're traveling through and like you're running into characters that like, you know, there's like a police detective, a police magnum, who is a magnum gun, who's like jumping around and talks to you and everything like that. Yeah, he's a literal gun. And you go around and you're trying to track down. The gist of the story is you work for somebody who is like kind of in charge of like trying to build this bridge to get everybody back to the real world, right? Like people want to go home, is what they're saying, but there are objects rebelling against that, you know, and you're trying you're trying to track down these rebels, and it's a really good story overall. I mean, there's like lots of cool little twists and turns in there, but their story, art, and just the level design, I love it. I would ranks one of the best looking things I've played in a while. The sound is amazing because the whole soundtrack is done by the Copenhagen like Philharmonic, orchestra. So like you'll be moving through, and as like it starts to die down a little bit, but once you enter an area, like it doesn't feel like it switches over to another track. It kind of looks like it swells in certain points and it like drops, and it's really cool sound design. I like that a lot. One complaint about the game for me, and I don't know if this is just me on the because I got it on the PlayStation, the controls feel a little. They don't feel as tight as I would want a platformer to be, right?
Like
I like
or what?
Huh?
Like are they like floaty or?
It's kind of weird. I don't know how to describe it. I would almost say like sometimes, like when like the character's supposed to grab an edge, and I think like it's gonna make it, it's not gonna make it. And I was like, why doesn't it make it? I'm there, and there are a couple times where they want you to make a precise jump or a time jump, but for the controls to feel not as tight as I would like a platformer to be, because I've played Celeste, and that's the tightest, really well designed control you can do in a game for a platform like this. It feels too loose, and it almost feels like the reaction time of the character is not like there for me, and so there was a couple frustrating moments where it looks like an easy jump, but it's not an easy jump, and I got a couple times I got frustrated, but overall, like the story and the art direction and the sound of it, just that A+ on that, but like the controls are detracted from it, but overall I love that story, and I don't think it's a super long game. I think I might be maybe halfway through it. Okay. So it's actually it's really cool.
How many hours in are you?
I want to say 4-5 hours maybe. Well, 3 or 4. I want to say 3 or 4. So it's also I was taking my time looking through and like enjoying like the design of it. There was and besides that, I think that the level design, the art style of it is so beautiful that sometimes I don't realize that it's something I can like interact with, right? Because like sometimes you if you ever seen like an anime or anything like that, when someone's gonna interact with somebody, usually that object is more brighter, and everything around it is duller, and that's what it kind of feels like. And sometimes I won't notice a ladder that is like obviously there. I just think it looks so good with the background. It's like, oh wait, shit, there's a ladder right there. I can go there. Or sometimes I don't realize I can go further into the background of it, and like there'll be like a little railway or a walkway that I don't notice that I can go to, But overall, I think this might be this developer's like first game. If I'm mistaken, I'm sorry, but it's published by Square Enix. So I mean, like, I hope that they do continue this type of style and really focus on like getting their gameplay up tight, because I think they could be a really cool force to be reckoned with their games. Yeah. So good stuff.
That setting though, it was kind of funny. It was like when something is lost, it becomes alive.
Basically. So like the first scene, non-spoilers. I mean, the first scene, someone's like looking for the sock, they can't find it, and it's under the bed. Then poof, it goes away, and all of a sudden, poof, it starts falling, and then it starts screaming, and the sock is like, ah! Wow. It falls into like this forgotten realm. So
you come out the store. Where did I park? Oh no, my car's now alive.
Listen to me. There were a couple objects where I was like, how does someone lose a fridge? Because like there's like it's not a spoiler, but I run into a fridge bartender,
right?
And he's just a humongous fridge, And I was like, how'd you get lost? How'd you get forgotten? But
I dropped my Magnum condom.
yeah, I was like, what's going on here? There was a couple like. It takes liberty sometimes, but I mean, like, yeah, it's fun. It's a fun world.
Sure.
I really like that feel of the world, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what everybody's played. Then we'll jump over to what's news, the section where we talk about all these new things that are dropping in the world of gaming, stuff like that. You touched on our first topic, which was the Kingdom Hearts gameplay and things like that.
Oh my god, yeah.
How'd you feel about it?
So hyped, like seriously. It's like I'm telling you, like it literally made me want to finish my other games so I can finish playing Kingdom Hearts.
Nice. From what I saw, looks great. So they dropped a couple cool like little play styles or little things that you could do. Some summons I think that they brought up. They showed off some like Wreck Ralph,
Ariel
or things like that. So they showed off some cool weaponry and stuff like that as well.
Dude, so yeah, that's so cool. Like, it feels like you can like turn on a weapon, and that's your weapon for like most of the fight. So normally in Kingdom Hearts, like you're always keyblading, right?
Yeah.
But like now you saw him with like the rocket thingy, like the Toy Story rocket, and you had him with like the Monsters Inc. yo-yos.
Yeah,
like,
and that was like they're mixing in like other types of weapons besides the keyblades.
They seem
really
like they're
cool.
on a timer though once you summon them.
They're like on a timer, and then you like upgrade them. You do a special move, and then you like switch them to like something like upgraded version of them. So like, but it's still like it's not like a summon, like a one kind of like real quick thing. It's just like it seems like it lasts for a while.
Yeah. I mean, the game makes me feel, from what I'm seeing, it makes me feel very nostalgic for like a lot of the Kingdom Hearts games. So I'm excited for it. I'm not gonna go back and play those games.
I am.
I will watch the hour and a half long recap of story on YouTube, I guess, and still be confused. But yeah, so what about you guys? You guys anything to say about the Kingdom Hearts like gameplay that we saw out there or anything like that? Any excitement for that, or are you guys not really fans of that?
No, I'm hyped.
I mean, I've voiced my unfamiliar with that franchise in the past.
So remember when we tried to explain the storyline?
Oh god, that did not play out.
It didn't work out at all.
So like one thing that I noticed too is like the worlds seem way bigger, from what I've seen at least. Like they seem like you can actually explore them. You know, like that's one thing that they kind of haven't done since like 1, where like the worlds just seem more straightforward. But these ones seem more like open, especially like in the Toy Story one. Like when you go into that the toy shop, that looks huge. It
looks like a mall. It looks
yeah,
like a huge mall.
Like, you can like explore like anywhere in there.
Yeah,
it looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks really good. So look forward to that. I'm sure they're gonna announce more stuff about that at E3 coming up. Other news. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but we had some PS4 new like officially licensed controllers.
I saw that,
and they are basically pro controllers. Where now like one of the joysticks is in the spot where the D-pad is, and the D-pads move down, kind of like the Xbox controller. You also have some like trigger stops and stuff like that. So the controllers look pretty fucking cool to me. It reminds me a lot of, I don't know if you've seen like the Xbox controller when they did like the Xbox like Elite controllers where you know you had like even like sticks extenders for like the triggers and stuff like that as well. So there, and you can also I believe modify them as well, like take the faceplate off and like adjust like change out like different styles of like the toggle joysticks as well. So they look really cool. If what we're hearing that PlayStation's coming to the end of its life cycle, that might be a model that they might be following for the next system of like style of controller. That's what I'm looking at.
Is this the one where like you said like the back of it, like you can use your like your pinky? Yeah, wasn't the Xbox one like crazy expensive? Like over 100, wasn't it?
I don't remember hearing
Probably.
Wireless models priced at $200 for this.
Jesus.
Excuse me.
Wired models 170. So
no,
but there's a lot of like customability to it, and I mean they look sleek. I mean, so
yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you're in a competitive
situation,
it's a must buy.
Sure, that's a must buy.
I'm literally buying a computer for less than that. I don't.
That's a shitty
You're
computer.
buying a potato. Man. You're buying a potato.
No, okay, that's it's a hand me down.
It's a hand me down. Yeah, but I mean, they revamped everything in the controller. So I mean, it's for elite players, and I'm sure if you're an elite player, you're gonna buy this controller. So I mean, it's just a cool piece of tech. So
how much do you need?
Sorry, what?
How much do you need though? Like an elite player and what? Like a shooter?
Okay. But like real talk though, like
real talk.
Real
gaming
talk,
wise,
bro.
as a
Real
hobby.
talk. Hold on a second. This is Pat's new segment, Real Talk on Go
Pat's
Games
Real
All
Talk.
Time. It's
Real
a
talk.
podcast inside of a podcast. Let's do this.
As a hobby, gaming is really not that expensive.
It's pretty expensive.
It can be, but like it's really not. I don't think it is that compared to other hobbies.
I guess. I feel like with games,
Like you get a system and you can buy games. You get free games from the PS Plus and an Xbox Gold. Like it's really not
you
that
have to
expensive.
pay for all those.
Yeah, but like not look okay. Like
I see what you mean. It's like everybody plays video games. Like it's like you can play any like range of video games in order to be into them. So it's sort of like you can kind of like really get like a bunch of bargains and then really be into video games.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's an elite controller for the elite. I mean, if I could get my hands on the controller for not the price that it's set at, yeah, sure. Or if I was a competitive player, yeah, why not? I mean, if I'm going to take that everywhere with me and play in tournaments that are going to earn me money as a living, yeah, why not go with this controller? I mean, people who are in fighting tournaments buy like fight sticks. I mean, and how much are those? They're not like $50 like a regular controller.
Cheap.
They're not cheap. So I'm sure they're breaking them every now and then too. So for the elite, sure, looks cool. I mean, I like the style of it, and I hope that it's a model that they follow, like maybe like evolve the controller a little bit. Even though I really like the PlayStation controller with the offset sticks, it is what it is, So, all right, next piece of news. Moving on. Let's see what we got here. Nintendo announced in Japan that they're making a bundle where the Switch comes without the dock. So it's just it's a dockless bundle.
You need the dock.
Well, I mean,
how do you charge it without the dock?
You just plug it in.
USB-C.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just regular USB-C.
Yeah, you just plug it in.
I guess it is.
When I travel with it, I sometimes unplug the dock and just take the wire with me, and you just plug it in.
Right.
That's all it is.
So is that like for portable only Switch?
Yeah, basically. Which that seems like, I mean, for people who don't want to play it at home, sure.
I feel like,
but that's in Japan right now. But it could be something that they're looking into bringing here.
Like, how much cheaper is it?
Yeah, how I wouldn't think the dock is that expensive. Like it's really just like a.
It's really a piece of plastic.
Yeah, it's just a piece of plastic with like a bit of like HDMI wiring in it, and then the like charge wiring in it.
Yeah.
Probably off
Well,
like 20,
I mean,
20, 30
who knows?
bucks, if I could guess.
50 if you stretch it.
$45.
$45 cheaper.
No, the.
Cause like wasn't the dock like kind of expensive? Wasn't it like $70?
Yeah, it's about $45 cheaper.
Wow,
is what they're saying.
I mean,
it's a Japan bundle, and it's in the I'm not sure what the Japanese dollar is, but I mean, yeah, I think it's about $45 cheaper.
Okay.
So it's basically a portable. Like, I mean, it's still portable, but I mean, it doesn't come with a dock. So I mean, I guess if people are looking for a cheaper bundle, that's something they bring there. There are no plans to bring it here yet, but I mean,
I'm pretty sure you could get like a USB-C to HDMI for cheaper than $45.
But the reason why I put this on here, because even though it's Japan news, for here, I mean, do you think that it's something they should bring here, or is it something that you're interested at all? Like, where would you play the Switch 100% portable without docking it?
Like, here's the thing. I don't think it's worth. I feel like you might as well just invest the extra 45, like just to get the full one. Like why limit yourself to just being on the go when it's like you get something else like that. Like you can like get it on your TV for like not that much more.
So like what we said was like a USB to HDMI cable. Like that's not $45 worth. Like if you just get like that, it was not gonna be a whole dock. It'll just be like a cable you can just plug in, but you'll have the same functionality as a dock.
Right.
Wouldn't you? If you can just like get it for less than 45.
See, I think what you say that they're selling it in Japan, they're not offering that over here. It makes a lot more sense that that's being offered over there because they're in a more like portable like gaming culture.
I guess that's true.
Where they're playing, like, from what obviously I don't know for sure, I haven't seen it myself, but from what I've heard, they're playing on the subways, they're playing like on their breaks at work and stuff like that, where they need the portable systems. We don't do that here. Like, you're not gonna be at work and then whip out your Switch and like play it out on the street or something. Like, no.
Yeah, I mean, I have a fucking projector system that I play my Switch on.
Yeah, like,
so I mean, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you make a good point, and that's the whole point. I was like, is it something that would be viable here, or is it something that you yourself would be interested at all? Compare, like, if you were gonna go to a store, say you didn't have the Switch, which I'm sure you guys, if you went there and there was a model came with the dock, without the dock, $45 difference, would it matter to you?
no, I would invest in the full thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd also
see?
invest in
Yeah.
the full thing because like.
I'd be opposite. I'd
Yeah.
get the dockless.
You get
Yeah?
Like,
the
I-
Well,
portable-
just because you think you can mod it so that it like it works with the TV for cheaper.
Yeah, it's like I could just get a wire that connects this to my TV and whatever.
I feel like those wires aren't like readily available. I feel like
Maybe.
because I feel
I
like
would- I would
they've
look it
made
up first.
specifically so
Yeah.
that you have to have the dock.
I mean, like I have a USB phone, so like I have tons of those chargers already.
Okay.
So it's just like, yeah, charging it won't be a big deal. It's whatever.
I don't think it would sell well here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Actually, I agree with that too as well, though.
Yeah, well, that's true. I was just getting you guys' opinions. I would like, like, if you're looking at a full bundle with the dock or without the dock, $45 difference. Would that make a difference for you? I mean, for me, I would still get the dock. I mean, I while I love like the screen and playing it on the go, it's not exactly the smallest handheld I've ever gotten. You know,
Yeah.
like
Can't fit in my pocket.
It can't fit in my pocket. So I gotta get a carrying case for it. But when I do take it, I do enjoy having it on the go. But I'm not an on the go person right now with my gaming. I'm sure back in the day I used to walk places and had my Game Boy Color in my pocket.
That was smaller,
You know,
though.
that was small. You know, I
Yeah.
popped it in there. You know, but this is kind of a bigger, bulkier thing. So maybe that's just us here. And also, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I still carry my 3DS around with me sometimes, but
Yeah, and it's still fit in your pocket.
yeah,
pretty well.
but that's also like it's less expensive. Like I don't feel as comfortable bringing my Switch around to places. You know?
Oh,
That's
like,
true.
It's too precious.
It's expensive.
Exactly.
It was $45 more.
Yeah, crazy.
All right. Next piece of news. I don't know if this is something for you guys or not, but I put it on here. After 17 years, the classic RuneScape is shutting down.
Oh no!
I did play it.
So I don't know if you
Oh.
guys got any memories of that or anything
Back
like
in the
that.
day,
Back in
yeah.
the day,
Pour one out for the
after 17 years, RuneScape is
Oh, man.
the classic is shutting down.
It's
so.
the one with like the round faces, and they were.
It looks really bad.
Yeah,
I
it
remember.
does.
I remember not paying attention to schoolwork and playing RuneScape
yeah.
on the computers. No,
Yeah.
that was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So
I somehow managed to miss RuneScape.
What?
I know that it's like a lot
Loser.
of people. I know.
you miss Kingdom Hearts and RuneScape. Get out.
dare you, man.
I remember
I got my nerd card revoked.
What are you even
Yeah.
doing here?
back in the day when I was playing RuneScape. I remember getting my account stolen because I gave someone my password because he said he'd give
Oh.
me a full bronze set.
Okay.
For a bronze, not even.
Dude,
for
I was
a-
like 11.
oh, not even for an adamantium. Come on.
I know,
and
right?
that was when Jason learned to never trust anybody ever.
And that's why he doesn't bring a Switch to the park.
Not even
Yeah.
a mithril set.
Hey,
Come
maybe.
Gaming has hurt me. You don't know.
What was
Yeah. So I
Well,
mean,
My favorite
sad.
RuneScape thing was just like you type in like, oh hey, they did an update where you can type in your password. Check it out, and then you just like
Oh,
type
yeah.
stars.
Yeah. Looking for a RuneScape girlfriend online.
Oh man, that's old school. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
nice.
I used to have a party hat. That thing is expensive.
Are you serious, dude?
Yeah.
That shit is. Oh,
I don't
sorry.
remember how I
That
got it,
stuff
but I
is
had
worth
one.
a lot of money right now.
I don't know how I got it. I probably gave it to somebody. My
No.
account to someone, and they probably
No
gave
way.
it to me.
It was blue.
I was 12. I knew what I was doing by that time.
I remember I had I couldn't get a dragon. So there's like the dragon set. I couldn't get the dragon plate legs. Like I only had a dragon skirt.
Oh,
It's the same stats, but it just looked like a skirt. But like
Yeah.
that's all I could get. Like, and I got it.
It's nice. All right, moving on from there. Another piece of news. So Kojima is teasing another Death Stranding trailer
the
again
moss?
with he teased it out there with a fucking picture of moss
Of grass, yeah, moss
Yeah.
or grass or something.
on his on his Twitter, I believe.
Man, what does it mean?
What does it mean? And that kicked off a bunch of theories.
Yeah, I retweeted it. I don't care.
I mean, sure. Listen.
I mean,
I'm excited for his next game. I want to know what the hell it is. I want to play it. I'm really excited for it.
Do we still know nothing about Death Stranding?
We know something. We saw that trailer that explained nothing.
Yeah.
We saw how many trailers that explain nothing?
There's a baby in Norman Reedus'
We saw like
belly.
no.
Oh yeah,
there was
the baby.
No, so
I forgot about the baby.
Let's see. There was
Give
the
me thumbs
first.
up.
There was the very first trailer.
Yeah, with the weird baby.
There was a first trailer with the weird baby and the Norman Reedus reveal. And then there was a next trailer that had like Guillermo del Toro and Mads Mikkelsen in it. And then there was another trailer where like everything was floating, people were dying and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's like Monstars or something.
The Monstars. So it's like 3 so far. There's another one coming, guys. We're gonna get another trailer, and we're still gonna know nothing.
Yeah,
I would love it right now if when that game came out and it was not any like it was such a big troll. It was
it's a dating game.
It's just
it's a dating simulator.
It's a dating simulator
with Norman Reedus.
With Norman Reedus, it's not even. There's not any of this.
Dude,
like
imagine.
It was just all a big troll.
Yeah. At this point, we're gonna get gameplay at like 2020.
So
just like Kingdom Hearts 3.
Wait, do you expect gameplay this E3?
Maybe.
Possibly. Listen, if we get together and for this when we do our schedule and all of us are here for the Sony conference, we'll have an official like prediction.
Okay,
but, like,
gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It could. Who knows?
I mean, there's grass already.
Yeah, we got pictures of moss.
Yeah, man. I've been super on board since like PT.
Yeah,
like,
I've been on board since PT.
This is good.
I still haven't deleted PT off my system, so I mean that's still there.
And
you
shouldn't.
It's gonna
you can't
stay
get
there.
it anymore.
It adds value to your
life. It adds value to my PlayStation.
You could sell it for like hundreds of dollars at this point.
That's right, with only PT on it. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all you get. So
that's all you get.
All right, another piece of news this is for the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
My dude,
the
there. DK.
Yeah,
we got DK DLC coming.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Single player story DLC coming, and they're adding Donkey Kong
and Rabid Cranky Kong.
Rabid Cranky, yes. That's all. That was like.
I'm excited. Like, that game is excellent.
It is such a wonderful game. I need to go back and finish it because I never, like I said, I didn't finish it, and now I'm excited once I saw this. DK's throwing people and doing whatever.
fastball specials.
I really love it. So I didn't expect them to come out with this, but yeah.
It's been announced for a couple months now.
Yeah, and I just didn't like expect them like bring me back in like this. It's like yeah, I really want to fucking play that game again.
Do you think what's the guy the Croc pirate
King K. Rool?
King K, yeah, you think he's gonna make an appearance?
Not likely from the trailer, but hey, maybe.
It's a hidden thing.
He's a hidden boss.
We gotta get some bosses.
Boss, that'd be tight.
We're gonna get Rabid Croc. Rabid Croc.
King K. Rool.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for that. That's pretty cool. Last piece of news that we'll go into here is the Battlefield 5 trailer dropped. Release date has dropped and everything like that. We got some first reveals of it. Looks like it's being set in World War II. This is Battlefield 5 just after Battlefield 1. That was set in
that's the natural order.
Yeah. The natural order. Battlefield 1 taking place in World War 1. Now coming over to World War II. Looks like they're talking about not wanting to focus on like some of the well-known battles and trying to go like onto stories that are not well too known in it. So I mean, cool. For those of you who are excited about it, it's releasing October 19th for all systems, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So cool stuff out there. I don't know if you guys got. I don't know if you guys play Battlefield or not.
I used to be into shooters, but like not too much lately.
I mean, I'll drop the big news. This is what we do here on this podcast. We reveal the big stuff on this podcast.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the news. I don't know if you guys got anything else to throw in there at all or anything like that, but that's pretty much the big stuff that fanboy talk for us as well here. So, topic of the week. I usually
what you got?
I usually don't bring it up to you guys ahead of the time. I usually drop it on you guys last minute, kind of just let you think about it, stew on it, feel about it. I don't want that. I want like live reactions to things like this. Consoles are coming to an end, right? Console life cycles are coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
For you guys, what are you feeling for the next console cycles here? With what we're seeing happen, right? With where PlayStation went right here, right? They're jumping to a next console, possibly Xbox jumping to a next console. Is this something you're excited for? Are you guys excited at all? Looking forward to any new consoles coming down? We had a later release of the Switch after Xbox and PlayStation 4 had already came out. So I mean, how long until we see us jump to another Switch console?
Connect 3.
Connect.
Yeah, Microsoft trying it again.
What?
Trying it for a third time. Third
That's a
time's a
joke.
charm, right?
Oh, Connect 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were trying to do like a Connect 4 pun, like the Hasbro board
Oh,
game.
the Connect one.
I
okay.
get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Connect.
I get it.
The Xbox
No,
Connect.
Switch
The
is
third
next
one.
gen though, like because Wii U came out later in the next gen cycle as well.
That's true.
Oh no, it came out first.
Nintendo usually follows like
no,
everybody
it came
afterwards.
out first. They're always the ones that's ahead, and then the other twos come out. So like Switch is next gen. I already
Well,
have that.
listen,
So
you could also say the Wii came out
With the
later
PS3.
after the PS3.
Yeah,
as
Wii
well.
is PS3, then
They
the
come
Wii
up.
U would be
They
PS4.
usually drop between cycles of the
Yeah.
other cycles.
yeah, that's because they're ahead of the curve though.
Yeah, sure.
They're leading the charge.
Yeah, I mean, like pretty much.
So-
Topic of the week is: are you excited for the next leap? Are you looking forward to anything different, or do you have anything that you want to see for the next consoles at all? So that's pretty much the topic of the week there.
I mean, I think it's always exciting. I'm curious about like what Xbox is going to do to try to win this next console war. It's because it seemed like
Unlikely.
Xbox has sort of been like floundering this generation.
Yeah,
Oh,
they kind of dropped the ball
Yeah.
a little bit. They were behind the game since that one guy dropped that one line about like, oh, you
The
know,
always online thing.
always
the
online,
always online
thing, and it was
thing,
just
and
like,
Right.
you know,
Just
Yeah.
what we all want.
So I feel like that was too early. Like they were too ahead of themselves. They were ahead of what the technology was available. But maybe now they can kind of try to pull that off.
And always online. I don't know. I feel like that'd just be like, I
The world wasn't ready yet, but maybe now it is.
but that'd be really annoying though. If it really is like a strict, you always have to be online. Like, what if your internet goes out and you just can't play games then? Like, I mean,
You'd be pretty screwed there.
yeah, like it's just like, you know, just have it be optional. Like maybe like are there a bunch of features that aren't available, but like, you know, I should still be able to get like all the main stuff.
So, actually, just a little side note. Like, I was playing Bloodborne.
Uh-huh.
My internet went out for a second, and it just boomed me off the game.
Really?
Just boom. Like, oh, you're offline.
Yeah, because
Like-
you're in an online lobby. Because
But like, still, it's Bloodborne is mainly a single player game, and I was
Yeah,
like,
but-
I was a little pissed off. Like, yo, wait, why'd you just get like booted off this game?
But Souls games because you're constantly in
Yeah.
an online lobby where you can like help
Get-
other people be
Or
invaded.
get invaded, yeah. But like,
Once you
still-
leave that, you have to go into an offline lobby.
yeah,
Sucks, yeah, but that's just how it works.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Is that so? Wait, so could you just boot it back up into an
So,
offline lobby? Then,
the thing
or-
about Dark Souls, like it auto saves like constantly.
right?
So like I like just like once my internet came back on, I went back online and I was like
okay,
5 minutes behind from what I did. So
Right.
not a crazy loss of time
Oh.
or anything.
okay. But if you hadn't come back, if your internet hadn't come back, could have booted it
Yeah,
up and then just
offline. Yeah,
done normal? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean that's
there's
just
always offline.
it's just kind of like
mode.
a minor technical hiccup. Then that's not really like. It's just because of the technology they're using, they can't really do that. They
But
can't
then-
they can't keep they can't keep the game running without booting you and then going into a new offline lobby.
But then for like all the new games in this supposed next system, would they all be like that?
they might be,
Yeah,
but
They might
probably.
have to be.
But at the same time, it's like again, that's not like it's preventing you from playing the game, but it's just because you're supposed to be online. There's just this little problem, and then you
Yeah.
have to like do as minor inconvenience, but you can still play. It's a little bit less convenient.
So all right, so then maybe
And in that
then
case, like
maybe-
it wouldn't be that big a deal.
So
but
that-
like as long as it's as long as it's not like I need internet in order to just turn the console on. Or
Okay,
whatever.
so then what about that for now for Xbox or whatever? What they tried to do originally was like you don't even need the discs anymore, as long as it's tied to your account
yeah,
and you're online, you can play it.
right. Well, I think like, Microsoft was sort of going for like the whole Steam model.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, it is funny that like everybody like freaked out about that, even
Mhm.
though like Steam exists.
Like I said, that was earlier on, man. Internet
Right.
has evolved a little bit more past that now. So I think I can kind of see a Steam kind of model, like for the newer consoles.
I could see that, but I feel like they got burned too bad in the last generation for them to try that again. right away. So I think this generation they're probably going to forego it.
Listen, that implies that Microsoft learns lessons, and I don't think they do that. I think they're just going to keep doing whatever they want to do.
There was a Connect too, so
listen, I just want them to come out with a system. Like, I mean, that's just for me. I know more about Sony, but I mean, like, if they, for me, I want them to take the system that they already have, evolve it to something better, right, and really, really focus more on VR.
Right.
on VR.
That's just me. I want them to step more into VR because I love it so much.
Make VR the next commonplace next gen.
What if like VR is like the headset is like the next Connect where it's just bundled in?
That'd be tight.
That would be cool.
Again, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Give me listen. If PS5 came out and it came with wireless PSVR headset, I'd be down. Right?
Yeah.
That I would be 100% down.
But with everybody else, like with the general gaming population, be on board with that. Like oh, I'm paying extra for this headset, so maybe some people aren't into that.
And that's when you come out with the bundle that doesn't have the headset that's $45 cheaper.
Yeah. Oh boo-hoo! I'm getting virtual reality technology with my console. What a tragedy!
I don't know.
I'm stepping into a new
some
dimension.
Some people are like that, man. Some
people just aren't into it, and they don't.
Well, get with the times.
Just
This
listen.
is the future.
PlayStation dominated got a head start on the race when they were like, we're all about this console cycle. We're about the gamers. This is where you come to game, and that's where they got the leg up on Xbox, and Xbox was trying to catch up ever since.
So, but Xbox been developing that HoloLens.
Yeah,
for a while.
they've been developing all this stuff and everything like that. I'm not saying Xbox is not going to catch up. Sure, I'm pretty sure like they can probably do it with a really good system and really good like wording this time, but I'm just saying that PlayStation, I want them to stick to what's been working to them right now, right? It's about the gamers, where you come for games, where you get good indie games, get some good VR as well. Like this is what you are. This is what a lot of good first party story games, single player. It's not dead. This and that. I want them to reiterate that and then make a console that's like it shows that it's for the gamers. Make it backwards compatible. Right.
Ooh,
if Xbox can go up and update their system to become Xbox original Xbox compatible, they can create a new system where it's compatible with everything, and that already would make them everyone like, oh, that's really cool.
That's a big feature.
That's a big feature for people who love games and who are gamers. And then you just add in extra stuff too. It's like, hey, we're focusing on VR this console cycle too, so here's the next version of that as well. So. That's what I want, that's my Sony fanboy thing. Now Nintendo, they're hitting out of the market right now. It's too early for that, but like by the time we get to that point where they jump to the next version of it, I just hope that they come with like a clear message that this is not the Switch U or something like that.
Right.
Give me it's a clear message.
This
is another console.
This is gonna be years on the line, but like, do you think it would also still be a portable home, like like the both sides, like
yeah,
it'll be like the home
yeah,
system.
I
think that's what I think they're.
Are they like dug into that now for like their next system though?
They should
Probably.
be. They should want to be in that.
They've been
system.
gradually moving in that direction for a while now. So
yeah, so cool stuff. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on the podcast. I appreciate it. Thank you to my host. Once again, please guys subscribe, like, and share everything. Make sure to tell your friends to go to twitch.tv/PopSamurai Network. We're going to be leading up to and announcing our schedule for the press conferences. We're going to be doing some live reactions and reviews of and talks of. So please join us for that coming up very soon. Follow us all over on social media. And don't forget, if you guys have any questions or comments or topic ideas, send it over to popsamurainetwork@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. This has been your host, Jelani Hoon.
Jason.
John Harwood.
Pat.
And we also end off the podcast every week with a question from Yahoo Answers in the video game section, specifically the video game sections of Yahoo Answers. And this week, very short, very sweet question. Verbatim, here we go. How do become Waluigi? And that's it. See you guys next week.
How do you
Need a couple wahs in there.